Steve's car last night. Okay, not much commentary on that. One, everything you saw under the hood, most of the wiring and stuff like that was temporary. I ran to Steve's house last night to drop him off the carburetor, not to fire up the motor. He figured he still had the rest of the night to work on it, and then he was gonna fire it up today. And when I got out there, I realized there wasn't much to be done. And some of the stuff he was redoing anyway, some of the wiring. So we're like, why don't we just button up the couple of things? Yeah, we're both standing here, four eyes are better than two, let's just fire it up. And that ended, okay, after midnight. So that was kind of late. A lot of people had to listen to that. So he's lucky where he's situated right now. It's kind of like a main road right there, so nobody even knows the car running. Junior's carburetor did great, as you saw. You saw that thing fire. The only thing you didn't see, I recorded it and then I erased it so I'd have as much video as possible, was when everything was done in the car. I said to Steve, before we do anything, I said, turn the key on. I'm going to run around with a test light. I want to make sure everything is hooked up right. I want to make sure the alternator is wired right. I want to make sure the ignition is wired right. Everything's wired so it just fires up. So he's like, okay. Went around, tested everything. Everything was good. He went to crank it, and it just cranked like a normal crank sound. No resistance. I was like, Steve, we got no spark. I said, I can tell you right now we got no spark. Pulled the wire, coil wire, tested it, no spark. Now, the distributor he put in there to fire it up is the one that came with that engine, and the points were brand new in it about 3 years ago. 2 years ago, 3 years ago. He went to Mike's house, put those points in there so Mike could refire up that truck so he could move it around. And then it sat outside. And I guess it sat with the points open because they were fully oxidized. So we popped the points out real quick, gave him a nice 600 hone, put them in there, set them, and then you saw me turn on the camera. So that wasn't rigged. It never fired or kicked before that, and it started up on a click. And what was funny was, when I say there was enough gas in the bowl that I hit it once, nothing happened. The second time we had part of an accelerator pump charged. Third time we had it, and after that it spit. So, and that was before we fired the points. That's why I said to Steve, I said, I hope there's enough gas in here to get it to run. And that thing kicked, and you heard it start to want to die. And all I did was play with the gas real quick, and then the engine caught back again. It filled up the carburetor that quick. And then we were good to go. Everything else was uneventful. So, sounds nice. There were points where I didn't have the camera on, where I brought it to a normal idle. And it's just a nice, respectable, classy, mild lope to the cam. Nothing ridiculous, but there is a sound to that cam. So, which is good. He doesn't like anything too radical. That car should move pretty well. That car's got 373s, I think it is, in the rear. It's got a 4-speed overdrive in it, so it's got the lowered first gear, and now it's got a 355 with, as you saw, like a mild cam, and I know he has a 600 Edelbrock to go on there. So that car should scoop pretty good. And I wanted to videotape the cam sound for Ruben, because that's the cam that Ruben picked out. So I think Ruben's car is going to sound pretty good from the back. So, with that said, guys, I think that's it. I think I've rambled enough. I'm heading in the house. I got a birthday tonight, and I just don't have time to spend out here. So, but I will be out here Saturday and Sunday. And hopefully we see some big changes. Well, how about just changes? So, with that said, guys, okay, I'm done. I'm out of here.